Hey everyone, James Reeves, TFB TV. We are looking at the new VP9, the VP9 A1. In particular, this is the VP9K. That over there, which I'll show you later, is the VP9F. VP9K as in maybe Kurs for short, maybe K compact. You get it. In any event, this is the first true compact VP9 from HK, and it has a bunch of new features that make it, in my opinion, a far better gun than the original VP9, which was already a great pistol. We've also got the full size, which has a different size frame and a different size slide. The VP9K, which I'm super stoked about, the new A1 version. I've got the original version to compare it to. We're actually going to shoot them side by side and see if it shoots better. And we've got the full size. We're going to talk about what's new. Then we're going to take it out on the range right now here at Neutral Ground Gun Company on TFB TV. One thing that I didn't like about the original VP9 is there was no true compact. That's all changed because now they've got the VP9K, really the VP9 A1K, and we're looking at it right here, VP9K. This is a 15-round pistol with a 4-inch long barrel, and there are a couple of changes between that and the original VP9 that we're going to go over. As you can see here, the slide, barrel length, everything else pretty much the same. There are some differences with the grip and the frame, and we'll talk about those in just a second. But first, let's talk about the magazines. This is a 15-round magazine from the original VP9. Flush fit, right? Now put this into the new VP9K, and it actually sticks out a little bit. So you're thinking right now the VP9K must be a 13-round magazine. Actually, no. New zipper back 15-round magazine that fits flush in the VP9K. Interestingly, it's too short to work in the old VP9. To me, this is the single biggest takeaway as a guy who never carried the VP9 for that exact reason. I am super thrilled about the VP9K. But you also have some other differences. They're calling this a more like universalized grip, but you can change the side and back straps on the VP9K, and you'll notice they omitted the finger grooves. Finger grooves just have never really been popular with shooters because they work for some people and not for other people. And some other differences, you can see that there's a little bit more both on the front and rear. You've got more slide serrations, which of course is a big bonus. Optics readiness. This is something that was kind of holding the VP9 back. The fact that it wasn't optic compatible. You had a very expensive handgun that was being left behind because you weren't able to install a red dot. Now that's changed. The new A1 series also has an enhanced trigger. It was immediately noticeable to me out of the box. This is a phenomenal trigger. It now has a nickel Teflon coated trigger bar, which gives you a smoother pull and a cleaner break. The VP9 A1 also includes 5 replaceable back straps. Another thing you'll notice, you've got now a flared magazine well on the A1 versus the straight in mag well of the original VP9. They've got what they're calling a reference point. To me, it kind of looks like, like a little gas pedal on either side. That is, of course, missing on the original VP9. One other difference with the original VP9 magazine, you have this flat base plate, and now they've got it with this recess to make removing the magazine easier if you got to yank it out of there. Pulling out has never been easier. Ambidextrous slide release. See, got one over there if your mother's a witch, or you've got one right here if you're a normal human being. Of course, you've got the cocking wings, the old cock wings that everyone's used to with the VP9, and you've got the striker indicator, so you know when your gun is cocked and ready to rock. Plenty of Picatinny rail on there, squared off trigger guard if you so need it. The original VP9 has these excellent 3-dot night sights, Novak style, right? It's non-snag, ramped rear sight. The A1, however, now you've got this blacked out rear sight, so you lose those rear tritium optics. Now, is that a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know. I know that this is a philosophy that has been changing, and I know that the Novak style sights, as you see here, there's been lately some discussion as to whether or not these are the best thing. Yes, there's a reduced chance of them snagging, but at the same time, a lot of people like these because if you need to, you can rack it on something, rack it on your belt or whatever. And with this flat face sight, you're able to do that versus with the Novak where that would be impossible. Now, if you like the original VP9, but you want a slightly longer barrel, you've got that now with a VP9 F for full size. It's got pretty much the same size grip. God, yeah, it looks like identical to the original VP9, but you've got a longer barrel, as you see there. I bet, just from looking at it, here's your full-size frame. Compact slide. Yep, thought so. So it looks like if you wanted to, you could do, and sorry, HK, to use this terminology, but like a Glock 19X style pistol where you have the full-size grip if you want it and that additional capacity, but you've got the shorter slide. Conversely, of course, you can take the full size and it looks like this will work too. That's an option, and a lot of guys like that because you get that additional terminal performance, you get that longer sight radius. Some people say it's a little bit lighter recoiling with that longer slide. So what this accomplishes here is you get a little bit better terminal performance, you get a little bit more shootability maybe, but because the butt is the part that you're typically having to conceal, it's not going to negatively impact your ability to conceal this under a garment. Full size, you're getting 17 plus 1. Compact, you're getting 15 plus 1 flush fit. However, they got this big dog now, which says 20 rounds on it. I don't know if this magazine is going to come with the full size or if we just got it with our review gun, because these guns have not been released yet as we are filming this video. But I thought it was neat that you have additional capacity if you want to put it in that full-size frame. Or, I mean, F it. You can put it in the compact. A little nasty looking. Leaves that little gap there. But I bet, looks like, yep, it works with the original VP9 too. The VP9K, while compact, is a little bit chunkier than the Glock 19. Looks a little bit longer, about the same height. Oh no, it looks like a little bit taller as well, ever so slightly. Maybe a little bit thicker. I don't know if you can tell, Ryan, from that perspective, but it looks just generally like a larger gun. If you don't like the trigger in the Glock, if you don't like Glock for whatever reason, because there's something wrong with you, you have some sort of disability in your brain, this looks like a really good option. Again, great trigger, great ergos. There are going to be a lot of people that say that this is just a better gun than the straightforward Glock 19. Trade-off, looks like a little bit bigger of a gun. First magazine through the VP9 A1 iron sights. Oh, we'll just stop there. Look at that. We're done. Couldn't get any more perfect than that. We're done for the day. All right, so first magazine with iron sights. It shoots really well. This trigger's great. That was only my first 20 rounds through this gun. So let's keep shooting it, see how it does. It's a lot harder, especially my old ass, with these iron sights. Like, I know I would be all in that 10 ring if I had an optic on this bitch, but it looks like, I don't know for sure, it looks like this uses a plate system, and we don't have any f***ing plates to use with said plate system. So what are you gonna do? God damn it. Shouldn't drink before I review guns. damn. It's one of those, once you figure it out. Once you figure it out. So, rapid fire, an entire magazine. That's the first mag. Second mag, even faster. Only had one little flyer right there, which I think was the first round. And then everything, look at this. Look at this, Ryan. Look at it. Look at it with the camera, Ryan. All in one hole. This thing shoots really, God, it would be nasty with an optic. Ryan is going to shoot 7 rounds through the VP9 and the A1. I'm going to shoot 7 rounds through the VP9 and the A1. We are going to shoot them at the same 2 targets so we can see across 2 shooters with basically 1 magazine if there's really enough of a difference between the 2 guns. 7 rounds for each gun, 7 yards, 2 shooters. We're going to go with the VP9K first. And you know, now that I'm thinking out loud about it, remember, we've got the full-size grip on the original VP9. So while the K has got that improved trigger, you're going to have more grip on this gun. So I bet the original is probably going to shoot that. And you have the 3-dot sights instead of that blacked out front rear. All right, Ryan, you're up. Here, let's pass. Swap. Now left target. Dude, this is so funny. I threw at least one of these flyers on the new one, but you can see, other than these 2 flyers that we have, every single shot is in the 10 ring. So that's 12 out of 14 in the 10 ring with the new gun. And then the old one, you can look, that's 1, 2, like that's about 5 of them thrown outside of the 10 ring. So I am really surprised by that. We'll get away from the fan, the exhaust fan up there. 3 things: grip, trigger, sights. And those are significant things. However, I would give the edge to the old school VP9 in terms of the grip. It's got that bigger grip. But the sights, I don't know. You got the blacked out rear sight on the new gun. You've got the 3-dot sights on the old gun. What matters is what happened downrange, and that is that we both shot the new gun significantly better just at 7 yards with 2 magazines. I know that there are a lot of pros to having the trigger guard mag release. I still like the button mag release on my old VP9. You see it's a VP9B with a button mag release. I like that a lot better, but that's because I'm an American. You know, so what am I going to say? What I've noticed is Ryan and I both have discussed like the best way to do this. You could do it with your thumb. You could do it with your trigger finger. You could do it. I even was doing it a little bit with my middle finger. Kind of weird. I kind of hate it, but I know that many of you people out there, you Teutonophiles, that you guys like it. So more power to you. VP9K, also known as the VP9 A1 Compact. I am really impressed with this pistol. I have got to give it up to HK. It isn't that I didn't like the original VP9. It just seemed like a big, bulky pistol, and I didn't think that the trigger was good enough to put it over the edge and be better than anything else that's out there. Of course, you've got that German quality that you're used to. HK, one of the most relentless testers of firearms whenever they're in the developmental phase. The shit they do to this gun. Clint Smith has a saying, he says, don't do to your gun what you wouldn't do to your balls. But that doesn't apply over at HK, because I know every pistol that they develop, including the new CC9, they put through an insane battery of tests to make sure that this is going to be the most durable, reliable pistol you can buy. I know that my buddy Ernest Langdon says that the P30 is one of the toughest polymer frame pistols, one of the toughest pistols he's ever shot. That all being said, I was underwhelmed with the original VP9. Not so much with the new VP9K. It's more compact, but you've got the same capacity. It's got a better trigger. It's optics ready now, although I don't know this for sure. Again, this gun hasn't been released yet, but I am pretty sure that this uses a plate system, because when we took the cover off, it didn't look like any mounting platform that we'd seen before. Suboptimal, but still. We shot this gun really, really well without an optic. I'm curious to see if they're going to release this also in a subcompact version, which I think would be pretty cool. If you were kind of on the fence previously about the VP9, I would say check out the VP9K if you're a concealed carrier. Look, you can look at the full size too. Again, I'm not a gamer gun guy. I didn't go into the full size very much other than to show you kind of the differences between the two guns. This, to me, is the exciting thing about the A1 series. If you are already an HK guy, to you, this is going to be the best striker-fired compact pistol out on the market. Again, with the new size, with the new trigger, with optics readiness, now this is a gun that is ready for 2025 and blows the old VP9 out of the water, in my opinion. I don't know how much it's going to cost. I know you're all asking, James, when's it out? When's it out? Today. If you're watching this video, well, actually, I think it's coming out January 7th, and I get to release this video a few days early, but it'll be out January 7th. How much is it going to cost? That's the important question. I don't know. I don't know. With HK, they could probably charge $800 or $900 for this thing and get away with it, because these HK fanboys, of which I am one, will be able to justify the purchase. All in all, I think this is a wonderful pistol. Ryan and I really enjoyed shooting this gun today. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you support us. Subscribestar.com/TFBTV. We do not accept money from manufacturers for positive reviews. We got $0 from HK for doing this video because we rely on you for support. So think about supporting us at subscribestar.com/TFBTV. Thank you so much for watching, and take care.